never, ever take relationship advice from a woman. She doesn't need space. She wants out. Stop playing video games and hit the gym, dude. If she breaks up with you, she has already found your replacement. Guaranteed.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to the 373rd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. It is Monday, December 3rd, 2018. We are presented by We are presented by 1821manmade.com, your one-stop shop for all of your beard grooming needs. They're not the bargain brand beard company, beard balm company that wants just any man to buy their products. They want men who take their facial grooming seriously. So go to 1821manmade.com now and step up your beard game. All right, let's get right to it. Personally, I have owned many, many dogs in my life. I've owned big dogs. I've owned small dogs. I've owned cute dogs. I've owned crazy dogs. I've owned schnauzers. I've owned German shepherds. I've owned, Labrador retrievers. Right now, I've got a couple of Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. Cute little things. My dogs have been named all sorts of names. I've had dogs named Buddy, Pepper, Quinn, Hudson, Rocco, Izzy, and on and on and on. And right now, I've got like I said, the two dogs I have now are Chester and Daisy. Now, all of my dogs have had different personalities, different traits, different habits, and so forth. Okay, the bottom line is that they all have different breed characteristics. And the bottom line is that I've owned many, many dogs, right? And they're all they're all different. But at the end of the day, they're all just dogs, right? If you don't potty train them, they're going to pee and poop in the house. If you don't lock your shoes in the closet, they're going to tear your shoes up when you're gone. This is just how this works. If you leave food where they can get it, guess what they're going to do? They're going to eat it. Now, why do dogs do these things? Well, it's just because it's just what dogs do, right? We know it, we accept it, we act and react accordingly. Well, yesterday, personal story here, yesterday, Devin and I went grocery shopping. And when we came home, there we go. And when we came home, my male dog Chester had gotten into the trash can and had shit everywhere. And guys, I was fucking pissed. I'm like, fuck. God damn it, Chester. I'm bitching and complaining to Devin. Just going through the whole usual song and dance whenever Chester goes through this kind of thing. He does this every time. But guess what, guys? This was my fault. I knew the trash had to be taken out, but because the lid wasn't closing all the way, right? We have one of those trash cans that you can step on the step and the lid opens, that it closes back automatically. The reason we got it is because Chester's a smart little fucker who has solved every other kind of trash can we've tried. Now, this one works just fine so long as the lid is all the way down. But when the trash needs to be taken out, the lid doesn't close all the way. Chester, of course, recognized this as soon as we left, and then he went to work. This was my fault. Now, I can't get mad at my dog for doing what I know he's going to do. Doesn't matter why he does this. He's a dog. It's just what he does. And because I got lazy and I didn't take out the trash, which there's really no excuse for because we live in a building with a trash chute inside of our building, and it's literally a 7-second walk from our apartment. But because I was lazy and didn't take out the trash, Chester reminded me very quickly not to be lazy. Women are the same in this regard. They come in different colors, shapes, and sizes. They come from different walks of life. They have different characteristics, different habits, and so forth. But at the end of the day, they're all the same, meaning that they all have the same operating system. And that operating system has one singular hypergamous objective. And that objective is to get with the highest value male available to them. Now, there are many ways to determine which males have the highest value. On the physical side, there's height, build, race, jawline, etc., muscles, and so forth. Economically, what kind of car does he drive? Where does he live? Does he have a nice house or a condo? What's he do for a living? How much money does he make? And so on and so forth. But if a man passes the smell test in terms of his perceived value, all women have one last and final way to find out what your value really is. And it's been tried and true since the dawn of time. And this is what we call the shit test. Shit tests, gentlemen, are inevitable. Expecting a pretty girl not to shit test you when you approach her is like me leaving my trash can lid open, and expecting Chester just to leave it alone. Not going to happen. First off, let's go ahead and define exactly what a shit test is. And as a side note, in the PUA pickup community, these are also called congruency tests or fitness tests. You guys will see this vernacular change from person to person. There are a few more names out there for shit tests, but they all mean basically the same thing. The simple definition of a shit test is that it is a woman's way of testing your masculinity. That's it. What kind of man are you? Are you man enough? Now, women shit test at many different times for many different reasons, right? All women shit test you when you're trying to chat them up. They do this to expose your insecurities. They do this to test your frame. And most women at some point will shit test you by throwing a fit in an attempt to emotionally manipulate you into doing whatever it is that she wants you to do. This happens in long-term relationships, short, mid, long-term relationships. I've talked about this particular brand of shit testing at length recently in episode 2, actually not recently, back in episode 267, How to Stop Female Manipulation with the Red Pill Approach. And you can find that episode on donovansharp.com. You'll find a lot of other definitions out there, but they all mean the same thing, which is a test of your frame and masculinity. And of course, frame, as we all know, is defined as your ability to keep your cool and to keep your wits about you in difficult or uncomfortable situations. Now, the way women view your masculinity, it encompasses a few different elements, and we'll go over that here shortly. But like I said before, women shit test for many different reasons, and they do it in many, many different situations. All girls will shit test you at some point because it's who they are. This is what they do. Chester's a dumpster diver. It is who he is. So don't get frustrated, guys. Don't lose your cool when girls shit test, because you need to understand that it is in a female's nature to shit test men in this way. It's a survival mechanism. On a biological level, they have a lot more to lose than men. You knock up a woman, that's 9 months of her life that she's given up. Then she's got to have the kid. She's got to get back into shape. Her body is wrecked. Her body is ruined. She's got to get her vagina back. She's got to get her vagina back straight. She's got to make the stretch marks go away. It's a huge investment. Men, on the other hand, we don't have much of an investment. We bust the nut on the girl. That's it. She gets pregnant, but we're not affected physically. Not much of a price for us to pay. Sperm is cheap. Eggs are expensive, right? So this is why women are much more selective in who they sleep with than men are. They have a lot. There's a lot more invested with sex. Yes, of course. You know, listen, there's abortion, there's birth control, and I know you guys are going to talk about that, but the biological hard drive doesn't take that into consideration. Girls are going to be more selective because A, it's their biological imperative, and B, they have more options. They can afford to be more selective. A female doesn't want to mate with a male. She doesn't want to mate with a guy that she doesn't perceive as masculine or having masculine traits, right? She might want to get with a guy who doesn't have masculine traits because he might have money. Alpha fucks, beta bucks, good genes, good dad, right? Alpha seed, beta need. We all know the dichotomies. On a sexual level, gentlemen, a woman isn't going to become attracted to you if she thinks you're weak. Now, relationship-wise, your woman won't stay attracted to you if she feels you're losing your edge. And a lot of times, your woman will test you periodically just to make sure that you are still the same person that you were when you first got together. Again, guys, don't take it personally. Don't get upset. This is just how they are. Devin does the same thing, guys. All women are like that. Women also know that men like ourselves, men who have red pill awareness, we don't go off trying to show off our masculinity by peacocking or looking for reasons to show it off. So they feel compelled to test us to make sure that we're still the strong, attractive, masculine men they want and need. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to take a look at some of the most common shit tests, or the common types of shit tests that women deploy, right? We're going to take a look at why they deploy them and what kinds of relationships and varying degrees that they're used in. Now, guys, listen, man. If you guys think this is going to be me telling you, okay, if she says, no, listen, I'm not going to sit here and give you a crib sheet of shit test responses, because I did that way back in Donovan's Den Volume 2. And plus, I've said this before, the way I respond and the wording I use won't necessarily work for you because we're different people, right? We have different voices, different body language, etc., etc. That doesn't mean it won't, but it's just one of those. It's one of those things. You got to put your own spin on it. But what I will do is I will go over various techniques of dealing with and passing shit tests that have all proven to be quite effective. Having this knowledge and understanding why women shit test will better equip you to deal with them. Yes, guys, I am going to give you a few examples of certain shit tests and how to respond to those shit tests. But if you're just reciting words you heard from me or other guys out there without understanding the why, the how, and the purpose, you're going to come across as a freshman pickup artist who's hitting on his very first girl for the very first guy, for the very first time. And guess what, guys? Girls don't fuck guys like this. If you don't act like you've been there before, if you act like this is your first rodeo, this is not going to be your first rodeo. Most guys think that shit tests happen during pickup and seduction. This is the only time they think this happens. Guys, I'm here to tell you that shit testing throughout your dealings with any given woman never ends. It never ends. My opening rant is brought to you by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest grade kratom on the planet. Happy Hippo Kratom will elevate your mood, make you fearless around women, and will give you a relaxed energy that only the purest kratom can provide. Go to happyhippoherbals.com today and save 20% when you pay with Bitcoin, and yes, that includes your shipping. We are multicasting across 5 different platforms today, and I'm going to bring up, there we are, I'm going to bring up my channel. So I'm broadcasting across my 3 YouTube channels. I am also broadcasting on Twitter as well as Facebook. I'm in Facebook jail. My main page is in Facebook jail right now. So, like most guys who were in Facebook jail, I created another page and I am streaming from here. So I'm bringing up the chat here so I can catch up on the chat, and my computer does not seem to be responding. Fucking hell! I swear to God, man. Oh, there it is. All right, never mind. Just got to make sure. Let me pop that out. Make sure I get caught up on the chat here. Very good. Let's get that the fuck out of here. Perfect. I don't like to wear out the multicasting thing. A lot of guys like when I do the multicast, when I'm broadcasting across all my channels and this and that and the other. I do this every other month for a few weeks, and then I get away from it. And December just happened to be the month that I'm doing the multicasting on. So just trying to take advantage of the new audience. I watched the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder super fight this past weekend. It was a good fight. Tyson Fury won the fight, but the fight was declared a draw. For those of you who did not watch, it was a very good fight. It was a good fight only because of the 12th round. Deontay Wilder knocked Tyson Fury down, and he looked like he was comatose. He thought it was over. Deontay Wilder gave it's over. Tyson Fury, I don't know how he did this, but he managed to he managed to wake up from a coma. He managed to wake up from his coma, stagger to his feet, look the referee in the eye, managed to continue, and then came back and hurt Wilder. In the end, it was a draw. But anyone who watched this fight knows that Tyson Fury won this fight. He should have gotten the decision. And any person who thinks that Deontay Wilder won the fight is black, and you're watching with your emotions. No, Deontay Wilder won the fight. No, he didn't. And you know he didn't. You wanted him to win the fight because you're black. I'm black too. I wanted him to win the fight. But Tyson Fury made sport of Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder landed 1.5 right hands. He knocked Fury down with the both of them. Unfortunately, he couldn't continue landing those right hands. Tyson Fury Tyson Fury gave us the blueprint. He told us what we already knew. Deontay Wilder cannot box. He's an excellent puncher. Great fighter, great puncher. Not a good boxer. Terrible boxer. Deontay Wilder would be wise to learn to box before he fights a guy like maybe Anthony Joshua or maybe even Tyson Fury one more time. If you have a question or comment about shit testing, give me a call, 914-205-5356. If you have an unrelated question about girls, game, finance, fitness, or anything else that pertains to increasing your value and agency as a man, book a one-on-one consultation with me on donovansharp.com/consults. Follow, add, and like me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just do a quick search for Donovan Sharp on all 3 platforms. To get access to all of my content, go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharp. There you will find the entire archive of all complete episodes of TSR Live, both audio and video, so you can listen on the go or watch at your leisure. You can watch my show live Monday through Thursday afternoons at 5 Eastern, but if you want to be able to rewatch or re-listen to the episodes in their entirety, less than 17 cents a day is all it takes. If you like what you hear, if you get something out of my content and you want to contribute to the show, you can do that through my Streamlabs link, www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp, the number 1. That is www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp and the number 1. I don't take super chats because I don't want to pay YouTube that 30% tax, and neither should you. So if you want 100% of your contribution to go to the show, the Streamlabs link is the best way to do it. I appreciate every dollar, guys. Every little bit counts. Let's go in here and check the chat, see what we've got going on tonight. Miami J, pop the cherry tonight. Anthony Wright, good to see you in here. Kind of a weird name, Cash for Houses LLC. The minute you start, listen, not saying that you are, Anthony, but if you do any sort of advertising, I'm going to ban you from my channel. Not saying you are, not saying you will, but your name gets my antennas up. Red Jedi in the house. Mr. Old School Writer. Mr. Mink in the house. Miami J is a little salty at your boy. I didn't make the playoffs because of... Yeah, he did make the playoffs because... Listen, I knew I was out of the playoffs, so I kind of sort of didn't start Todd Gurley or Robert Woods or any of my guys, and I lost my matchup, and that's why Miami J is missing the playoffs. So he is as salty as my balls. Trav Hawkins, good to see you in here. Ray and PG. BK from the Rockies. Jaden Woods says, what's that thumbnail from? It's from the internet. Marcus says, great Monday until I woke up and saw today's news articles. Man proposes with 6 rings to let fiance decide which one she likes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Marcus, you got to send that one to me. You gotta send that shit to me. Oh my god, dude, that is absolutely fucking classic. Listen, I need that article in my life. Donovan Sharp, ROK@gmail.com, or go to donovansharp.com. I have got to have that article. I got to do a synopsis on that article. Rob Marine is in the house. Good to see you in here. Rob Cruz. Good to see you in here as well. James R. Good to see you in here. Rob Cruz says, dang, why do your Rational Mail books look bigger than mine? It's because I'm black. Rob, it's because I'm black. Brandon Storeball is in the house. Spin says he caught up on older shows while stuck in the hospital. Help pass the time. Hope Spins is doing okay. Love Para. I'll just call you Love P. Shout out to you. Shout out to Vico758. Dennis in Denver says shit test is a boundary test. Yes. Stephen G says, Donovan, how do women shit test height? I don't know. I'm not a short guy. Like, listen, I have a couple of guys who ask me, hey, Donovan, give me advice for short guys. I mean, I'm not a short guy, so I don't know. And listen, no disrespect, Steven. I would love to help you out, but I've never gotten the I don't date short guy shit test because I'm 6'1". I don't know. That's and again, listen, I'm not going to comment on things I don't have experience with, right? Like, I don't like to give theories. I don't like to give hypotheticals. I like to give you guys the sharp reality. Like, I picked the name of the show for a reason. Rob is in the house. Rob says, black women shit test the hardest from my experience. This is why black women are ass backwards, right? They have the least amount of options. They're at the bottom of the sexual totem pole. They are the least desirable, yet they shit test the most. Unbelievable. It's like black women are like fat girls who act like 10s. I just don't have, I don't get it. Spins says no shit test means not worth the effort. Totally agree. I say this all the time in the sales gig. If you're selling high ticket items, I used to sell mattresses. And if a customer comes in, how much is this mattress? $7,500. Oh, that's a pretty good price. They're not going to buy from you. If they really had $7,500 or they planned on buying a mattress, they'd be like, whoa, $7,500? What the fuck am I going to spend $7,500 for? Like, why am I going to drop this kind of coin on a mattress? Steve Menchaca, good to see you in here. Freelance Ronan in the house says shit tests are perpetual. Women will do them until they go to the grave. Yeah, this is who women are. Listen, dogs are gonna dig holes in the backyard. They're gonna chew up your shoes. They're gonna get in your trash can. That's just how this is. Devin bought in a couple of Amazon packages, probably Christmas presents. All right. Stephen Buckner says he's in here taking notes. Good to see you in here. Can Petey says he's being shit tested by a Twitter thought. Fucking Twitter thoughts. Fucking dude. If a Twitter hoe is shit testing you, oh my god. All right. Okay. All right. So they're offering Stephen G the advice. Excellent. Ryan Sullivan is in the house. Ryan Sullivan put me up on the vodka game. Told me the two kinds of vodka that will not give you hangovers. G Funkin' 2 says shit tests are just about value, though. They're about making sure you're the right guy overall, which starts to explain why black women might give the harshest shit test. No, G Funkin', listen, you are right until you got to the last part, right? Here's the thing, dude. And methinks you're starting to cape up for black women, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut you off at the knees right here, dude. Yes, all women shit test to make sure they have the right guys, right? But women who shit test the hardest tend to be the women who have the most options, right? Like, you're not gonna get too many shit tests from a fat girl because she doesn't really have too many options. Right? Of course she doesn't. Hot girls will shit test you with intensity from the jump. Why? Because she has options. Black women give the harshest shit tests because they're ignorant and they have no idea that they're at the bottom of the sexual totem pole. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're trying to find the right guy overall. Well, actually, yes, it does. But that isn't the reason why they shit test the hardest. Black women shit test the hardest because they're ignorant, they have attitudes, and they have no idea. They're completely unaware of their own sexual market value. Black women are either lack self-awareness or they refuse to acknowledge self-awareness. I have a feeling that black women know who they are, but they don't really acknowledge it. Right? So, G-Funkin', you're right, but you're dead wrong. Yes, they are trying to find the right guy. There are many reasons why women shit test. But the fact that black women shit test harder than other women, there's nothing biological about that. They're just ignorant bitches, man. This is all there is to it. All right, let me check and see if I've got any. Let me check and see if I've got any chats on the Twitter or Facebook. All right. It's my Streamlabs link. Very good. Nope, don't have any. Okay, very good. All right, cool. Excellent. Excellent. All right. If you are watching on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, actually, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. I'm sorry, let me start that again. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, come on over to YouTube to watch the rest of this episode. And if you are watching on one of my secondary YouTube channels, come on over to my main channel to watch the rest of the show. Well, Donovan, how do I know if I'm on the secondary channel? The stream will end abruptly here in about 30 seconds. Not to worry. Just go to YouTube, search Donovan Sharp, and click on the first channel you see. Another telltale sign that you're on a secondary channel is right now I've got 100 people watching. If you're not on the YouTube channel that's got 100 viewers, then you're going to have to come to the main channel. Just go to Twitter, or I'm sorry, go to YouTube. I'm all fucked up. Just go to YouTube, type in Donovan Sharp. It's the first one you see there. Shout out to C Boogie Productions with the $4 donation. Appreciate that. Again, C Boogie Productions with the $4 donation.